Okay, so welcome to the second tutorial, but before we get into that, I have to confess I made a mistake in the previous one. Maybe you caught it. You'll see in this cell, I did exactly what I was telling you not to do and put an actual number instead of a reference. So here, if you type 50,000, this number, this 3335, doesn't change with any number here. That's the problem. All right, this is why your references are important. Hopefully, you didn't make the same mistake I did, and you just correctly put the B3 here. All right, so please fix that. If not, then once you make that update, this number should change just as everything else. Okay. So the next thing we want to do is we want to look at making a different type of calculator, and this is a running budget calculator. All right. So if you're doing this for a business, there's a lot of things you could do. Talking about deliveries, you could do a daily one. But the whole idea here is that we're keeping track of the money in our account or money of some sort at every single point. Okay. So this one requires a lot more inputs. You're going to have to input each of these things as they change. But it is powerful in the sense that it gives you a running total. Okay. So I'm going to talk about this one like it's just a basic budget calculator, and that's what you're going to make. Again, if you're using this in a business scenario, it would look a little bit different, all right? Mostly in the things you'd put down the side here, all right? So here's what I'd recommend. Put a starting amount here, main amount. So let's say you have $4,000 in your bank account. Fantastic, great for you. And you want to figure out, well, how long until I run out of money? Okay, just like we did in this previous calculator, we're going to use some formulas to keep our running total, which means that most of the things are negative. Now, in this sense, this calculator makes a lot of sense because most of the things like a rent or mortgage payment or the amount of money we're going to save for food, they make sense as negative numbers, right? That's money that's coming out of your account. So negative number makes sense. However, we are going to have to input them directly here. So I've given you a little hint as to what the running formulas look like, okay? And so all you want to do here in column H is you want to sum each number in I that is the same as that column, okay? So right here, this is H4. We want to sum I3 and I4. In H5, we want to sum I3, I4, and I5. In H6, we want to sum I3, I4, I5, and I6. Okay? So go ahead and type these formulas just like this, just like you see them written here. In your worksheet, they will have a little asterisk to start them. That's how you get Excel to keep formulas in the view that they're put without calculating them. So I'm going to just type the formula here. So we are in H7, and we want to sum everything in I3 to I7 equals sum I3 to I8 equals sum I3 to I9. All right, now you may have looked at this, and why aren't you using the fill handle? You can use the fill handle. It's going to save us some work, but it's actually not going to fix everything. I will show you why. So we fill handle down, we get a whole bunch of zeros. This doesn't make sense, right? We were expecting a whole bunch of 4,000s because it should be summing all these numbers, correct? Unfortunately, the fill handle in this particular case changes both parts of the formula, right? So instead of keeping our I3 the whole way down, it starts going I5, I6, I7, I8. All right. So this does save us a little bit of work, though. We can change all of these to I3, right? So I'm going and that will save you a little bit of time. You can go ahead and do this all the way down the sheet, right? It's going to tell you if you make an error. Okay. I'll just finish out the month of May here and then let you work on June on your own. Okay, so what happens? I3 and this should be I17. Okay. So once you've done this, and this is the part that takes a little time, the rest of this calculator is really simple. Figure out what your rent or mortgage payment is, put a negative number, and leave it there. Thing starts calculating. How much money for food in the first half of the month? Let's say $250. How much for gas? Let's say $60. How much is our car insurance? Well, we're a good driver. Maybe it's only $40. Other insurance. Maybe this is house insurance. I don't know. Maybe $260. Electric bill, $190. Whatever your numbers are, just start adding them into this column. All right. Now I've put some green here because the green is when we get paid. This particular person happens to get paid on the 14th and the 28th of each month. Okay, so let's say they get paid, well, I don't know, $1,100. That's fantastic. All right, and let's make the same estimates we did above, minus 250, minus 60. Let's say we have a $350 car payment. We get another $1,100 paycheck. Miscellaneous expenses. I always like to do this. Any budget I do, I always have a couple $100 for miscellaneous expenses, and I always have at least $100 for bad luck expenses. All right. So that's pretty good looking for the month of May. Okay. I want you to, again, finish out these formulas. These are all going to be wrong. They need to sum up starting on I3. Right? And finish out those formulas. And then I want you to go ahead and do whatever your budget numbers happen to be for the month of May and the month of June. I also want you to add in the same dates here because I want you to get used to Excel's date formula, okay? And all you do is enter a date like a division problem, and Excel will pick up that that's a month. Right, so this happens on the 1st, 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 this happens on the 10th. Right, so go ahead and fill those out until you have 2 full months. Okay. In the next tutorial, I'm going to show you how to use conditional formatting to give you better information in this running totals column. All right, that's it for this one.